right, well, we do have a storm moving in, but it's not going to do much for precip, although places like Kachina Peak could pick up a little bit of light snowfall through late tonight and early tomorrow, but I wouldn't expect much accumulation. Still a little bit of snowfall still set up on the peak there, and we are still watching that snow melt carefully as we move into the late spring months. Right now, 68 degrees in Albuquerque with a few clouds streaming through the sky. South winds at 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 21 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north in the 50s and 60s, across the south into the 70s, but you get out to the east and once again it is another warm afternoon. 84 in Tucumcari, 85 in Roswell, all the way up to 88 in Carlsbad, and it is going to be another very warm afternoon across the east as we make it into the 90s across much of the southeast this afternoon. Winds, the big story with this storm system, already cranking up across the entire state. 41 mile per hour wind gusts for Socorro, 43 in TRC, 45 for Silver City. As you get out to the east, not doing much better. We're at a 45 mile per hour gust in Ruidoso, 36 in Las Vegas. Pretty much anywhere you are in the state, you are dealing with wind to some extent. Some of places a little bit more wind than others, and we are going to continue to deal with the winds ramping up even more than what we are seeing right now through the afternoon. In fact, we're going to be looking at gusts up to around 55 miles per hour for a lot of these areas that you see shaded in yellow from the northeast extending into south central portions of the state. Albuquerque could be looking at gusts up to 45, maybe even up to 50 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. And we continue to deal with the wind for tomorrow, but today is our windiest day. So we'll continue to deal with the wind tomorrow afternoon, but it will not be as much as what we see this afternoon. And just like we saw earlier this week with a slow increase in the winds, we'll see that slow decrease as the storm starts to depart for the latter part of the work week, and we continue to see those winds come down a little bit into Friday as well. We are looking at a few showers now starting to knock on the door of New Mexico just over the state line into Arizona, and those are going to continue to cross into the state and impact mainly the Four Corners and into the northern mountains as we move into the evening hours and into the overnight. Most of the precip well to our north, and that's where it's going to stay, moving through Colorado through the next 24 to 36 hours. So we will continue to deal with the winds throughout this afternoon. Could pick up a couple of those showers across the far northern portions of the state, maybe even a couple of light snow showers over the higher peaks, and we'll continue to watch for a few of those lingering showers into early tomorrow before things do start to settle down. Superstorm track showing that we could pick up a couple of those light showers across the Four Corners and into the northern mountains through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow, maybe even getting a couple of spot showers across the northeast before everything departs. And on the back end of the storm system, a cool down for tomorrow before temperatures rebound into the weekend. Southern Colorado, highs today into the 50s, increasing clouds, scattered showers and storms, a good possibility, one of the better shots of getting the showers in our viewing area through tomorrow. Then we start to see things clear out for Friday. Could get a couple of spot storms over the weekend. Over the northwest, isolated storms will be possible. Winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour, much quieter weather into the weekend and much warmer with temperatures back in the mid-70s. Over the southwest, mostly sunny, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. Temperatures on the cool side through the next couple of days, but we're back into the mid-80s with less wind for the weekend. Over the southeast, blowing dust a concern with winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. A very warm afternoon on the way as well. Temperatures continue to stay warm through the weekend with highs in the low 90s. Over the northeast, windy and dusty with winds gusting up to 55 miles per hour. We'll deal with a little bit more wind for tomorrow, and then less wind, more sunshine, and warmer temperatures for the weekend. Over the northern mountains, winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. Could see a couple of showers late today and into early tomorrow. Cooler for tomorrow as well. We're back to the low 70s by the weekend. Over the east mountains, winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. In the metro, we'll see gusts up to around 50 as well, with highs in the low to mid 70s. We cool down a little bit for tomorrow, only reaching the upper 60s, but we quickly rebound those temperatures back to the low to mid 80s for the weekend. Less wind and more sunshine, very similar to what we saw this past weekend.
Okay, looks good. Thank you, John.